friends, and welcome to another video. I wanted to film a quick update on my lovely Bassy Co cover. I purchased this cover in June, and so I've been using it every single day since then as my main cover for my common planner. If you are interested in more about the details of this cover, you can watch my previous video for more about that, but this video will be focused on just an update on this cover, how it's going, and my thoughts on it. First off, I've been using the pen holder that I added onto this order with my current daily use fountain pen, and right now it is the Bassy Co. This was a Japan exclusive color and collaboration. It's like, I believe it's called the Saffron Yellow. And normally I do keep this book and cover on my desk, and it's one that I pretty much leave at home. I don't take it anywhere, but I do use it every day, and so usually I do just keep it open without the strap and pen loop. And how I've been using and how I set up this cover is that I've mainly had this B6 Sterling Ink Common Planner as my main planner and journal, and I've just slipped it into the back portfolio pocket. There's a pen loop here, but I don't really use that. And then there are two additional Traveler's Notebook type elastics where I can add additional journal inserts or, other sized inserts. So this is currently housing a B6 Clyde Notes journal, and this is the Tiny Grid journal, I believe, which I am currently going through a Google certification program for data analytics. So that this houses my notes for coursework in here, and then just some lessons that I've kind of like taped in here. The only reason I don't love this notebook, and now it is completed, is because I just didn't find the paper to be really good with fountain pen ink. And so most of my notes are in gel pen or ballpoint, which is fine. I just didn't love the paper that much. So because of that, and also because this size, the B6 size, just wasn't great for the amount of notes that I take for the course program, I'm probably going to be moving to a A5 journal that I have, which is a Midori MD paper. This cover has space in the sense of two portfolio pockets and then the two additional elastics. So far I like it. It doesn't get too chunky in my opinion, but like I said, this cover mainly sits on my desk and stays at home. I don't really take it anywhere, but if I were to take it anywhere, I would feel comfortable with it, and I like the bulk of it, and the ability to have the additional like little journals and refills I think is really nice, and I really do like the little pockets here as well. I keep some page flags and just little stickers sometimes and cards. But I don't know if I'll actually be using a lot of journal inserts. For one, there's not many B6 inserts that I've used or really used too much, but I will be testing out some more. I do like the one by Life, I believe it's called. The paper is really great, so I'll probably be trying that out for some memory keeping, I think, and then keep it in here as well. But the main use for this planner, for this cover, is my Sterling Ink Common Planner. And I also wanted to give a quick update about how this planner is going for me. So for the rest of this year, since I bought this and started it in July, the main idea was to use this as a all-in-one daily or like whenever journal, personal journal, and a daily planner, because this common planner has monthly section as well as the weekly sections, which I really like. And I just wanted to try and kind of have one journal and planner all in one. I just wanted to try it out. And for what it was, I really did enjoy it. And so this is how like a usual weekly spread for me looked like. Nothing fancy. I don't do decoration in my planners, and I love the spacing, the amount of room you have, and I loved these kind of side columns as well, because I would do a little bit of tracking and then list out priorities that don't really have like a date or a to-do list, and then I would kind of, if I have specific appointments per day, I would list it out, but generally I don't use the hourly per day, the hourly options. So I liked this, and yeah, really like the layout of it. And then for journaling, I kind of experimented with different layouts. I really didn't want to do too much decorating or photo printing in this, but I kind of just had it for just like personal journaling and prioritizing writing. So at first I was journaling vertically, and I was really bad at just writing in a straight line with the columns, but I did like the way that it turned out, and would use, minimal stickers, minimal decorations. But as time went on, I did prefer writing horizontally, and that's how I normally journaled anyway. Still with minimal kind of designs. I did find that this paper, for some reason, maybe it was the stamp ink that I was using, the stamps, the ink bleeds through pretty badly, so I really only stamped minimally, and then if there's already writing on the other side, I would stamp. I have been enjoying the Common Planner. I think B6 is my perfect journaling size. It's enough space for me to write a lot if I need to, and also I love the gridded paper that the Sterling ink planners and journals have. I believe this is the newer Tomoe River paper, so the S paper. It's really thin. It is silky like the regular original Tomoe River paper, and I like the grid size as well, and I do like that it's numbered. The only downside is that stamps, like I said, kind of bleed through, and then sometimes you do get some feathering depending on the fountain pen ink that you use and perhaps the nib size. But all in all, I really liked the Common Planner. I love the layout, and I like all the options that Sterling Ink provides. So what I have decided for 2024 is that I would like to use a Sterling Ink notebook, just the notebook, for journaling. I don't really think I need an all-in-one planner and journal. I still like to keep those two things separate. And so I know Sterling Ink has released some separate inserts for planners, but unfortunately they haven't released a B6 size specific planner insert. The B6 size insert, I believe, is only a monthly. So for me, that's not as useful. It's nice, but I would much prefer having a B6 size weekly insert and then having my journal on the side. And then would keep it all in this Bassy Co cover. So I might just try out another planner option for 2024. Not exactly sure, but either something smaller than a B6 or Perhaps there's another B6 option or A6 option out there as a planner. And then I could include it in this Bassy Co cover. As far as the leather quality and the Bassy Co cover has just aged beautifully. I haven't noticed any, issues, just normal wear. I did spill some water all over my desk and unfortunately have these water spots here. And there was a bit on the pen loop as well, but I've received some suggestions online about how I could kind of help with the spots, either through like leather conditioning or just like wetting the entire surface to kind of even out the spots. I've been a little bit too scared to try it yet, but I know I would like to. But all in all, it's not really a big issue, and so far I just am really loving this cover still. I think it's super sturdy, it's really well made, and it's beautiful as well, and it really helps if you are looking for like a really high quality and unique B6 notebook cover or planner cover, and also want the additional aspect of adding other inserts or journals in here. Like I mentioned in my previous video, you can also include anything that's smaller than a B6 size in here as well. So if you have like an A6 notebook, you can also easily add it in. Yeah, I don't think I would necessarily leave it in the middle there, but if you only had like a small A6 and a B6, it works really well and doesn't necessarily like feel too bulky or too awkward. And it lies flat still. So that is really, really nice and convenient. I love that aspect of kind of having multiple notebooks or planners in one. So that's my update. If you have any other questions, either about the company or about this cover or journals that I have in here, please leave a comment down below. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. So this is really exciting. I placed kind of a impulsive order from Baum-kuchen a couple months ago, and then realized that I could get it customized. So that is what this is. So this is my first ever Baum-kuchen Truly Yours customization order, and let's open it up and see what it is. So this is what I ordered and customized from Baum-kuchen. I'm so excited for it. This is the B6 Roterfaden notebook cover, and I am so impressed. It's beautiful. This is in the color beige, and it has the gray interior. So I purchased this cover quite a couple months ago when I saw that Baum-kuchen was selling the new B6 size. Previously, Roterfaden did not sell in the B6 size, and I've been loving my B6 Common Planner by Sterling Ink so much, and I just love the notebook size that I decided to just go for this cover to try it out. And then I saw a post from Baum-kuchen that they also emboss Roterfaden covers, which I had no idea. I thought it was only traveler's notebooks. So even though I received one of the covers, I immediately emailed the team and asked if I could get my cover embossed. So I did send it back and chose two embossings. I chose the cherry blossoms and the newer crane design that they came out with, and decided to combine the two, and I think it's really, really cute and unique. And so this cover system is very interesting. If you don't know, this system consists of metal clips that you can add notebooks and inserts to, and so that they lie flat and they're all in one cover. And so they don't use elastics like the Traveler's Notebook system, but instead they use these clips, and they're really slim and actually quite lightweight. And you can also take them in and out. So let's say you only want it to have 2 inserts in them, you can take and remove as many as you want, which is really nice, and it's quite easy to do that. So the interior of this is like almost like a suede gray, and the front is that beige color, and this is the vegetable tanned leather. The interior of this size has 1 zippered pocket, and then 2 small pockets over here. The only downside of the B6 size is that there is no elastic closure for this cover. Normally Roterfadens have a cover elastic that holds the book closed. It's kind of a downside that I wish they had on the B6 size, but you can kind of either make your own or purchase ones from other brands. So I might try that. I might try a different brand of elastic closure for this. But overall, I'm really happy with this embossing. It's so beautiful. A little bit about the process though. This was my first Truly Yours custom order from Baum-kuchen. It takes a really, really long time, which is fine because it's, you know, all hand embossed, and there are a lot of orders because it's a popular service. So what happened is I first purchased this cover at the end of September. I first received this cover and I didn't realize how much variation in the leather grain there was. And so the first Roterfaden cover that I received from Baum-kuchen had really long and like large gradations on the front. And it almost looked like the whole cover was damaged. And I just really didn't know that there was so much variation in these leathers. So I emailed the Baum-kuchen team with some photos, and I just said, you know, would it be possible if I could exchange it, because it just looked so damaged, and I was really disappointed because this cover is not cheap. It's a pricey cover. So it was kind of an investment for me. And of course, they emailed back and they said that, you know, these types of covers, there is a lot of different variation depending on the leather and the way that the leather was kind of cut, and things like that. So they said, but they were happy to process an exchange if that is what I wanted, or I could keep that cover. And so I really wanted to exchange it. So I did place the exchange, so I had to send it back. It was a free return label, which was really nice. They didn't have to do that. Normally, I believe it's on the customer to pay for the return shipping. And then they sent me back a new one, which was this one, and I was much happier with the grain of the leather and less variation in the gradation and things like that. And then when I received it, that was when I realized that they also did custom embossing, and so then I emailed back again, and we set up the custom embossing order, and so then I had to ship this new cover back so that they could kind of process that whole customization. So I received the new cover in the beginning of October and worked with Kay, was really, really wonderful, and the customization team to create this unique design of the 2 embossing. And then they processed it and kind of sent me like a draft image of what it would look like. And after I accepted the draft image, then they processed the Truly Yours custom order. And so that was at the beginning of October, and it is now mid-November, and I just received the final cover a couple days ago. So it does take a while, but I wasn't really in much of a rush, but I was just very anxious to see it and to have it, of course. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this cover. I'm so excited to use it. So here's the initial setup with my new Roterfaden cover. I decided to just leave in 2 of the clips because I currently only have 2 books that I'm using on a daily basis. So the first one is my course notebook, and then my B6 Sterling Ink Common Planner, which fits actually really, really nicely with even the clear cover. I thought maybe there might be some overhang, but it fits really well. And I actually am quite surprised with how slim it feels, especially with 2 books in here. And it doesn't totally like flap open with 2 books in it. So even not having an elastic closure, it's not too big of a deal. I still think I would like the elastic closure just to keep it more secure, but I'm honestly very impressed. And it doesn't feel bulky to me. And I like how sleek it feels. I think there was a little more space in my previous cover with the Bassy Co cover. So I really like that, and it does really, lay flat no matter which notebook you're in. It's quite nice. That's really, really lovely. So more updates to come with this, but this is the initial setup, and I am super, super happy. This is my first ever kind of like delve into Roterfaden, and so far I really like it. I was very tempted to get the A5 because with the A5 you can kind of course, use any notebook smaller than an A5. With this one, you could definitely include an A6 as well, but anything larger like a traveler's notebook, standard size, definitely would not fit. It would be way too tall. So that's kind of a bummer, but for what I'm using it for, I'm really excited, and I think this is going to be a great addition for daily use. Let me know if you've used Roterfaden systems before or covers. Would you try the B6 size? Do you enjoy B6 size notebooks? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know what your experience with this type of cover or system has been. I would love to hear that. Or if you'd be interested in hearing more updates about this cover and the system. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.